it on the side. Don't you just love it when some of the housemates call Julie Nana? I think it's quite cute. It's a bit like when Alice and I refer to Jamie as Grandpa. Quite adorable. Right, let's get back to our brilliant panel and Jamie.
Talk to them.
He's a really good sport. Right, OK, so there's so many more to come, Jay, as well. We've got a double eviction heading our way on Wednesday, but there are 5 housemates who are already guaranteed a place in the final. Helen, they are behind you now.
They're there.
Are you surprised that any of these are in the final?
I'm very glad you asked me, because, like Dr. Pam, I'm wearing the same outfit. We did have a chat about our clothes, and I feel that as I'm a quasi-psychologist myself, I should be wearing the black net. So I'm surprised. Am I surprised? Ashley Boyd turned good. I think he has a chance.
So not surprised?
Well spotted. I made a slight mistake, and I'm very pleased, and I'm not surprised.
Just to be straight, if anyone was
No, because I'm straight A. So I'm not surprised. I'm totally surprised about the situation. What is he doing there? The bag of spanners. What is he doing there? Julian, I need more of, but he has irony. He's the only person with irony. Am I right? There's nobody else who has irony.
We do need to see more of it, though. I thought we were going to see lots of it.
But am I wrong to want irony? Is it wrong to want irony?
Is it wrong to want irony?
No, not really, but...
Thank you.
He's been very quiet in the house, so...
He has.
Maybe he'll buck up his ideas for the last 2 days.
He might be playing the long game, you see.
It's an ironic double bluff.
It's a yes, in that it's hidden and waiting for the irony to reappear. And then we've got Harvey. I like the way Harvey called Danica, so he can do no wrong for me.
OK.
He called it like it was.
OK.
OK. And Colleen, well, if it's the 2 middle-aged women, so it's the fight of the middle-aged women.
OK, Johnny, any surprises for you in there?
Not really. I think that most of the youngsters are going to vote for, like, the situation and the judo player and all that lot. But I mean, he could give me a throw any day. I wouldn't mind that on the mat. But, I mean, I like Julian. It'd be nice as well to be in the final. I'd like to see him win.
These are all in the final.
Yeah, but to win. I don't want them
to
3
win.
going through the centre to win. Julian and Colleen, but not the other 3.
But
Harvey's all right.
Not Ham.
I don't like the way them boys are stuck together and congregated to sort of, like, stick up for my bro and all this lot. They need some elocution lessons in the Queen's English from Julian.
I was going to say... They could have it from you when you come out.
Well, they could do.
Do a little piece on the show. Jamie, how has Colleen ended up being the only woman with a guaranteed place in the final?
I think once Cheryl left, and once Julie started becoming the Julie that we now know and almost love...
Just Julie?
Just Julie. There was no one else that she had no other competition.
Right.
You know, you got Danica, Rhian and Samantha. You know, she's a loose woman, for God's sake.
What do you guys think of the guaranteed final 5 finalists?
Well, I'd just like to say, in the words of possibly Julian, I think Colleen's crept through the back door. And I certainly wouldn't be in the mood for dancing with her in the final.
Good, 2 gags!
So that, is that the one that you... I liked what you did there, by the way. It was very good. Is Colleen the one that you would least like to see? Well, I mean, she's there, but...
I think she really has crept into the final. I think there's other characters in there that, you know, because they've made a cock-up with how they've gone on with things, she's got in there, and she's not up for the final, is she, really? Come on.
Yes, she is. She's up for the final. I'll tell you why. Because that Julie Goodyear was gone in for her from day one, and the best revenge is served cold. And Colleen has made the final, and Julie's out the door because she's a shite star.
Anybody surprised by any of the other people in there?
No, because they're all nice.
No, because they're all nice. Let's leave it at that in the audience then, Coco. Johnny, why do you think Ashley's only ever received 1 nomination?
That's strange, isn't it? But he's not been too bad. He's not sort of gone around slagging anybody off. He's got no game plan.
He's just a nice guy,
He was just mesmerised by the sexy girls that were in there, wasn't he, really? But then again, most of them boys were, because they think of their prick before their brains, don't they, really?
Yes, they do. Why do you think Julian has escaped nomination this week?
I think because of what we said, he's still got in just a small glint of the kind of side glance to camera that he's always a step away from looking to the mirrors and just kind of tipping the wink.
He has been called Julie's right-hand man, though, and sometimes you can be guilty with association, can't you?
But
and he
who
seems
else-
to have escaped that.
You know, on launch night, who the hell else was he going to corner himself with? He had no one else to do, let's be honest.
And he's been very kind to her, and I don't think he's completely lost his balls. You know, he hasn't tipped over to the other side.
No.
He keeps his own counsel, and he's actually been kind. So I think it shows a good side of him.
What did you make to him tonight, Helen? You know, when Julie was kind of going nuts about being up for eviction, and he was
He's been
you know, comforting her,
circumspect, yeah.
humouring her. How do you think it was? Do you think he was a little bit like, come on now, it's going to happen to all of us eventually? Or do you think he genuinely agrees with her?
I think he was. I think he has this very intense look, and it's almost like he's a counsellor. He's kind of waiting till she's had her rant, letting her rant. I think he knows what he's doing. He's just offering her support. So I don't. They all have been up for it, haven't they? He was very shaken. I mean, it's clearly a phenomenon. If you are nominated, it is. It's people, your peer group, saying they don't like you, so you're going to react. That's human.
And as much as you think you would be fine going in there knowing what it's all about, it's got to be a bit odd, I would imagine. Jay, how has the situation survived twice?
I don't know, teenage girls are a bit daft, isn't it?
You are the voting public. How has the situation survived twice?
You know what? I love the situation. I think he's got such a good personality, and he's so funny, and he's not been two-faced or anything like that.
You need
That's
to
why I
meet
think
some
he's
more
still
men.
in there.
Do you think he's playing a game? I didn't until I saw tonight when they were talking about being in the final, and that was the point where I was like, you can't. There was a look about him that made me think maybe you're playing something here.
I think the big question is, Emma, could he be the first American to win a series?
On that note, I'll say thank you very much. So Julian is guaranteed a place in the final, but what happened when Jamie met his friends and family? Let's find out.
Celebrity Big Brother housemate Julian Clary is, of course, the king of the smutty innuendo and double entendre. But I'm not going to sink to that level. Instead, I'm going to talk to his writing partner and friend, David, and give him a full and deep probing session. David, lovely to meet you.
Jamie, such a pleasure.
I know. Thank you.
You know it's a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure. How did you feel about him going in?
We all told him not to. We told him not to go into the Big Brother house.
Right. Why?
Does he need it at this stage in his career?
Well, this is my question to you, because he's about to go on tour, though, shortly.
That's what finally swung it. He's got a tour starting on September the 14th.
Bading, ching.
And we're facing the problem that we'll have to rewrite the whole of the second act of the show, because people are going to want to know what really went on in the house. And the marvellous thing about theatre is that he can say whatever he likes.
Yes, good plug. That's a great plug.
You're welcome.
Did you think that showed your full range of talents?
You've been his writing partner for 30 years now, right?
I was in a play with him in 1982. He's a pussycat. He's lovely to work for, and I actually look forward to getting up every morning and writing a bit of filth for him.
And you two have written God knows how many double entendres in your time. How many do you think?
I've lost track.
Do they come quite quickly?
Nowadays, yes.
I started my career in the circus.
Oh, that was another one, wasn't it?
I was a human cannonball.
You can have that.
I used to shoot over the ringmaster's back.
Oh, very, very good.
So we've seen quite reserved Julian so far.
Yeah.
Stop it!
Do you think he's feeling a bit muted in there, or is he just waiting for his moment to strike?
It's a dirty protest.
I think everyone was surprised by the fact that Julian was not as he appears on TV.
I found him completely terrifying when I interviewed him before he went in the house.
Heat emanating from your groin.
Why?
It absolutely destroyed me.
Please don't touch me.
I'm shocked. Everyone loves Julian.
Oh no, I love him to bits, but he served me my own arse on a plate.
Please don't touch me. Don't attempt to touch me in any way.
As his partner,
Steady.
as his writing partner, would you invest in the White Swallow? Does that sound like a hotel that you would want to spend much time in?
I wouldn't want the anal examination.
No.
But apart from that, I think it'd be huge fun.
Just have a lie in every room.
Him and Julie have struck up quite a friendship and a kind of double act.
Help! Could someone help us out?
Do you see Julie Goodyear as a bit of a threat?
We had a feeling that Julian was going to get on with Julie.
Yeah.
They bonded almost immediately.
What do you suspect? Are they going to be the final two?
If they're both not in the final, I will sit naked in your audience.
What a lovely rummage around Julian's undercarriage that was, and managed to do it without any sleazy innuendo whatsoever. Now, if you excuse me, I've got to go. I've got to go and bash the bishop. What? It's a vicar. We do boxing. All right, I'm just going for a wank. I look forward to seeing him sitting naked in the audience in January. Right, it's phone room time. Tonight's banned words are giving pensioners hope. There's no point. Who have we got on line one?
On line one, we've got Maggie from Northern Ireland.
Hello, Maggie from Northern Ireland. How are you?
Hello, Jamie. I'm great, thank you. I have spoken to you before.
I knew that. How are you again, Maggie? Nice to hear from you again.
No, it's not nepotism. As you know, I'm related to Julian through dogs. But
Oh, Christ, it's you, isn't it? Yes, hello.
Hello. Apart from that, I am absolutely begging everybody, I know he's not up for eviction, but vote for Julian. We haven't seen the right Julian yet.
Well, he's biding his time. You know, he's leaving it quite late.
He is, but I definitely think there's some poisonous people, not mention any names in the house.
No, you feel free.
Dragged in, and I think when he watches it back, he will see that he's been sort of led astray, and he's not been allowed to be himself. When you see him in the diary room, he is so quick, he's gorgeous inside and out, he is so funny, and let a few other people go out. And, you know, Julian can bridge the divide between young and old. His comedy is timeless, he's clever, he's the best person in the house, and vote for Julian.
Well, I hope you're in for a cut of whatever he's been paid to go in there. Thank you very much for your call.
You're very welcome.
Oh, jolly good. Who have we got on line two?
Next, we've got Audrey from Orpington.
Audrey from Orpington. It's like a riddle. A limerick, even. There once was an Audrey from Orpington. I'm not even going to go there. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Jamie. I'm fine. How are you?
Very good, very good. What are you up to?
I just want to talk about Colleen, really. We haven't seen the happy-go-lucky, fun, bubbly personality that we always love her for in the house. And I think it's due to these situations that she's had to go through. But I think she's handled all these situations and scenarios really well.
OK.
She's remained calm and composed throughout.
Well...
And she's given everyone, all the guys and girls in there, honest and practical advice.
Has she been honest with Julie?
She's very supportive. Julie, what can I say about her?
Has she been honest?
I've actually watched the show tonight, and I'm disgusted. She said that Colleen should get her fat ass out of there, and the rest of them can rot in hell. I'm sorry, but I was actually going to keep my mouth buttoned tonight. But,
no, you go for it, gal.
But I am
Audrey,
totally
you give them hell.
with her. And I really just think that the voting should speak for itself Friday or whenever the next voting is. And I'm actually pleased that Colleen hadn't got any votes this week because she deserves it.
It's going to be a boost for her confidence.
She deserves to stay. Denise won last year. I'd love Colleen to win this year. You know, she's been a fantastic housemate and she's put up with a lot.
Can two loose women win in a row, though? We shall find out very, very soon. Thank you very much.
I hope so. Bye.
Bye. Oh, all right, see you then. Who have we got on line 3 or 4?
We've got Sean from Glasgow.
Sean, hello, Sean. How are you?
I'm OK, thanks. How are you?
Very good. Is it Sean or Sean?
Sean, S-H-A-N.
Okay,
my second name's Cam, so it kind of rhymes. Everyone kind of takes a mickey out of that.
Brill. What would you like to talk about, Sean?
It's just the fact that there's nothing really going on in the house. It's just not as entertaining as it was when it first came. I mean, because we saw, like, big characters like Danica and Jasmine. They kind of kept an eye on them mostly. I mean, but there's no one else except from Julie.
Jasmine was in for what, 3 days?
3 days, but she made such a big impact.
Yeah, I know, but my point is, what would she... You know, that's what she did in 3 days. What on earth will be going on there in the 3rd week?
Probably a fight, to be honest.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No, we do.
You might do. We don't.
I can tell under that. But apart from that, if Julie went, there'd be quite a happy house, but nobody likes to watch a happy house, really.
No, nobody does, I suppose. We like to see a mix of both, I guess. But thank you very much for your call, Sean with a double A. That's all we have time for tonight. Emma, it's back to you.
Thank you very much, Jamie East. After the break, we'll find out why Martin and the Situation find waking up so hard. We'll see you in a bit.